Welcome back. The music took me.
There wasn't music there, buddy.
In my soul.
The song in my heart.
Welcome back to Am I the Asshole?
Welcome.
I'm just gonna get right to it because you and I, hold on. We have to see who requested this.
I can pull it in post.
I'd like to see their name though.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Cut.
Just don't use that intro, but I'm doing that again.
And we're back.
We're back.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out very quickly. Yeah, cut it.
Okay. My first clap was not good. Did you just headbutt the fucking microphone? There's your funny moment.
Just
fucking Alex Terrible, the fucking microphone.
Oh my God. Welcome back to Am I the Asshole, where we just break shit live. Oh my God. Thankfully, those are easy to put back on, but that was just perfect. Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm concussed.
Just Sam.
Yes.
I'm gonna jump right into this because they are all gonna learn a lot about you and I today. So
yeah,
River Darling and Chloe Rose both requested this. And after researching this,
that's a strong term.
Strong term.
we read the article headlines and that was about it.
But what we may have to do a few of these.
Yeah.
Not necessarily saying this is gonna be a recurring segment, but there might definitely be a few episodes of this.
We might come back to this. Depending on how this goes.
Yeah. You both requested that we do some good old-fashioned petty revenge stories.
Yep.
And what better way to do that than on Am I the Asshole? You and I are going to find out how shitty of human beings we actually are.
Yep. Sometimes it may be good. Sometimes it may be shit.
Thank you both for requesting this. As you all know, as the viewers out there know, we do take requests. So please drop those in the comments. If you have any ideas of any Am I the Asshole segments you'd like to see us do, drop in the comments. We read them. Mm-hmm. We love reading them, honestly.
Yeah, we go through and we usually like them too. So yes, it's haven't done that in a little bit.
Sometimes we comment back.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So that's always a good time too. But leave them in the comments. And if you don't have any ideas, then drop the big smiling emoji. That, like.
Yeah, I'm sure Future Sam's gonna have fun with that.
Drop that in the comments as well.
Giving me some ideas.
Well, you know what idea I have?
What's that?
Subscribe.
Yeah, that is a good idea. That's actually the best idea you've ever had.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like to pride myself on that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so subscribe.
Y'all should follow that. And then also another good idea, maybe, possibly, I don't know what to do with my hands, like the video.
I'll say hit the bell. But yeah, too, yeah. Subscribe, bell, like, bang.
Yep. And comment.
Triple threat, quadruple effect.
Quadruple threat. What are we doing?
And share. and share.
And share this to your
Just subscribe.
friends.
Just subscribe and like. We appreciate that. But definitely do that. Let's jump in. We have four stories keyed up.
Yep. These are going to be interesting.
Oh, this is gonna suck. Sir,
in a good way. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
All right, you're up first.
All right,
send it.
Am I the asshole for rejecting a girl as revenge? So to start off, maybe it was a bit petty of me, to be honest. Anyway, I asked this girl Sierra out on a date.
Clara.
You're right. We're also fucking
ultra blind.
I do need a new prescription. This has been the same one for like 3 years.
Same, dude. Same.
Cholera. You know, fuck it. I'm saying Sierra.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be old and obstinate. Out on a date about a year ago. I was a completely different person then, and she turned me down. It stung like hell, but it did encourage me to better myself. Since then, I've gotten in better shape, became more confident, and generally, I've had more luck with girls. I still never forgot what made me improve, though, and that will always be a shitty memory. Anyway, me and a few friends I've made since last year went out to a gathering. I'm still fairly new in their circle, and surprise, Sierra or Clara, however you want to pronounce it, was there. I think she recognized me, but I wasn't sure. Me and her hit it off, and then at the end of the night, we had a date planned. The date went pretty well, and we went out on our second one last Friday. After this, I went home and thought about where to go next, and I realized I couldn't really forgive her. So she hit me up asking if we were going out again, and I sort of made a joke of it, blew it off, and put her on mute. I haven't responded since then, and our mutual friends say she's been pretty upset since she gets attached to people quickly, but the revenge I got was so sweet. But maybe I was an asshole, though. What does Reddit think? I don't know. I haven't gone through this. So
Okay, so here's my problem with this whole thing.
mm-hmm.
I want to know what that shitty memory was.
I think the shitty memory was him being rejected.
No, he said, I'll never forget what made me improve, though. Like, there's something that happened. It wasn't just the rejection. Like we've been rejected before. But from one girl, we didn't automatically go like, dang, and then suddenly change our lives off of a chick who we have never dated before.
I mean, from reading it, it stung like hell, but it did encourage me to better myself. Since then, I've gotten in better shape, blah, blah, blah. I still never forgot what made me improve, which I think they're implying.
It has to be. I feel like there's probably something.
That rejection. Because, I mean, the whole subject of this is he's getting revenge for rejecting him back in the day.
Rejecting her.
No.
Oh no, her rejecting him. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
My English is very well. So the whole thing is him rejecting her because of that memory, or him getting revenge on her because of that memory. So it's a bit of petty revenge. So, but at the same time, he said he was a completely different person back then. So
apparently not.
That's literally what he said.
No, I'm saying apparently not. If you were able to just suddenly like okay, so here's my I have my thought in my head already on what I want to vote for this.
Okay.
My thought is this: if your initial instinct when you went out on a date with this chick was thinking about what she did to you, you're not there for the right reason.
Yeah.
If your initial instinct is to think of like, man, the last time you and I spoke, you ruined my life. And I went on this journey to change. If anything, you should be thanking her almost to be like, hey, you know what? Because of what you did, made me realize a lot about myself.
That's fair.
Now, I am also a firm believer that you should not go on a massive, spiritual journey of changing yourself for a woman or a partner for that matter.
Yeah.
I think that you should do it for your own understanding and reasons. If you were able to understand some stuff about yourself based on the situation that happened, that's why I feel like there's context missing from what happened. Like, that's why I feel like there's context missing, because whatever was said and or done made you realize I am a shitty human being. Okay. What happened?
Yeah.
What was said or done? I mean, I'm going to say asshole.
Yeah.
Like,
my thoughts on this, so I'll start off by saying I think asshole as well.
Yeah.
And my reasoning for that is he asked her out. She said no. End of discussion.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't anything extra to it. They meet a few years later. They start talking again. But apparently she doesn't recognize him. He strings her along for a couple dates and then dumps her.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bit far. If you had just just said, like, if she was interested and then you just said no right out the get, then no, you got your revenge, not the asshole in that scenario. You know, like, there was no attachment there. There's no getting to know somebody. There's no extra beyond it. It's just, hey, you want to go out sometime? No, I'm good. All right, but bye. You know, so I think the extra little bit of stringing her along, that's the stretch for me, where I'm like, yeah, that's an asshole move, man.
I think we're working also with remembering, like, revenge.
Yeah.
While it can be sweet.
Yeah.
Is like 90% shitty, 10% good.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And so we're working with a very, very difficult table here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to disagree with you on something.
Okay.
I think that him just telling her, like, nah, I'm good, like, from a revenge standpoint, that wouldn't have satisfied, especially if it affected him that bad.
Not as much.
This like, and I don't want to, like, I don't want to be a broken record. I definitely think that we've got our answers here. We both agree, asshole, and we'll continue in a moment. But this is really where my brain's saying, red flag, flashy lights. There's more context to this story.
Absolutely.
Like, what the fuck did she do to you?
Yeah.
You know? But I'm gonna be honest with you. This is also one of those big things too when it comes to revenge. And everybody out there, we've talked about this before. We've said this in our relationship advice episodes. We have brought this up so many times. It's almost, second nature is people change.
Mm-hmm.
Over time, people change.
Yeah.
You'd say that you've changed. Who's to say she hasn't changed too?
Yeah.
Maybe she realized she was an asshole. She might not recognize who you are because, you might have gone through some crazy changes.
Yeah.
But she might not even recognize who you are. She might be a completely different person too. She may be the sweetest person on the planet.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like they hit it off. Like that, as he said, me and her hit it off. And at the end of the night, we had a date plan.
Yeah.
They went on a second one. Like, it could have turned into something good, but just out of revenge, you're just like, no, fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Honestly, like, especially after a few years, like, one, I hope she finds somebody that treats her right.
Yeah.
And two, dog, like, you threw away an opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All because you want to be a dickhead.
Yep. And everybody else agrees.
Asshole. All right, let's see what the comments say. Supreme Court just ass. You're the asshole. Revenge for what? Do you think she had some obligation to go on a date with you just because you asked? Not only that, but you organized a date and then flaked and ghosted her? Damn, man, that isn't just an asshole. That's like a post very hot curry level of being a raging asshole. Valid. If he's a better person now, what kind of asshole was he before? Is what I wanted to. Yeah. Facts. Saying, Facts. All right, let's see what else people said here. You're the asshole. You have no idea why she turned you down a year ago. You admit that you were the same person. You weren't the same person then, and you're better now. Would you now have gone out with you then? Good question. You like her, and you had a nice date, and now you're blowing her off. Yes, you're the asshole. You're also hurting yourself. Petty is never a good trait. Stop that. You're better than that. You're better now. Quite obviously, this isn't the case, though. Yeah. I mean, true. This is true.
Yeah.
I think everyone agrees here. Yeah, you're the asshole.
Pretty open and shut case there.
Yeah. I
like I said, I
don't.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go. No, you.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you. Anyway, this is a weird moment. So
remember, the Flash can be. What would the world be like if every man in the world came simultaneously?
There's an insight.
There's context to that. We might bring it up at some point. Who knows?
We probably won't, but
doubtful.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's just move on.
Final thoughts though. I really want to know what the context was from the last one.
Yeah.
But all right, I'm up. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, this is a reader. Am I the asshole for not wanting to go to our high school reunion with my wife to fulfill her revenge fantasy? Well, as somebody who wouldn't want to go to my high school reunion to begin with.
And those motherfuckers were trying to charge tickets, $75 a piece.
Hey, I just want y'all to understand, anybody who went to our high school and recognized us, no, you don't. Number two, y'all some dumbasses trying to charge some fucking money for those tickets.
That's a lot of money for me not wanting to be there. You'd have to pay me to go.
You made it easy for me to say no.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyways, my wife and I both 37 female. Wait,
They're both 37 and female.
female. Okay, yeah. No, I would like my brain. I was like, my brain went.
Yeah. Sometimes those are hard and you're like, reboot.
My wife and I, both 37 female, have known each other since high school. We grew up in a very conservative part of the U.S., so we were both extremely repressed and didn't get together until well into our adulthood. Makes sense. We both left our hometown as soon as we were able to. Me at 18 when I headed to college, she after college, and neither of us really visited since. From what we know, though, thanks to the power of the internet and social media, the area we grew up in is still incredibly conservative. My wife recently got a Facebook message from one of our old classmates about the 20th high school reunion that is being organized in our hometown this summer. Looking at the event page, it seems a lot of people from high school are going. All of our social media profiles are private, so they likely have no idea we're together now. My wife immediately jumped to accept the invitation and assumed I would be ecstatic as well to surprise everyone about our marriage. I told her I didn't really want to go because, one, I actually had a pretty shitty time in high school, and so I'm not particularly inclined to see old classmates I haven't talked to in 20 years. Two, she may not even get the reaction she thinks she'll get. Three, we live far away now, and it would be an unplanned travel expense. Not that we're extremely poor, but I'd rather we spend our money on an actual vacation instead of bumming around in our hometown for a week with the kids. I told her all this and also said that if she wishes to go on her own, she is more than welcome to, but she insisted that it wouldn't be the same unless we were both there. One thing that may be relevant here is that my wife hung out with the popular crowd in high school. So she evidently sees going to a high school reunion arm in arm with a woman as some revenge fantasy. Like, oh, the prom queen is now a lesbian or whatever. She's not normally this high school obsessed, but she has mentioned several times she wants to surprise our former classmates with our relationship and financial success. I said the purposeful showiness of this seemed a bit immature, and we should just focus on the good life we have now. Growing up gay in the 90s in a conservative town was obviously not great, to put it mildly. And I understand that we each have our own way of coping with the homophobia we experienced. This just seems like a bit of a step back in my opinion. But at the same time, going to a reunion clearly means a lot to my wife, whereas I'm more apathetic. Am I the asshole? Wow.
That's a reader.
So one thing I want to start by saying here, and I think you'll agree, we cannot. I won't. Actually, I'm going to speak on myself. Not that I. Let me get my thought out. My brain's like too many things. I can't fully grasp the understanding of how they feel in this situation from the homosexual side of things.
Definitely not. Yeah.
You know, we're not being gay. I can't comment on that because I don't understand what it was like. Yeah. Now, do I have gay friends who have told me? Absolutely. But does not mean that I understand myself.
There's knowledge and understanding. There's two very different things.
Very different things.
Yeah.
However, based on the things that I've heard from my own friends, I can get the concern.
Yeah.
You know, if that's your concern, I get it.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like that's all the concern, though.
Yeah. I mean, I think the part that we do have the understanding on is small conservative town with a shitty high school. Because I'd say overall, high school wasn't a bad experience for me.
No. But
it wasn't a good experience either. Like, you know, it was just kind of a neutral, like I went through it just like everybody else, you know? So we weren't exactly Mr. Populars.
We were senior year.
I was barely there senior year. I was there for 3 classes and I was gone. So
okay, let me correct that. I was senior year.
Yeah, I mean, I was cool with everybody.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like nobody, like I didn't have a problem with anybody, but I didn't hang out with everybody either.
Yeah,
so,
I wouldn't say I hung out with everybody, but I definitely socialized.
Yeah, you definitely had like a bit of a blossoming there towards the end.
Yeah, that's also because I was there for 6 periods instead of the 3 that you had, and like even getting out a period early was cool and all, but like, you know, when you're there for most of the day, you do socialize with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I mean, truth be told, like that was cool. And I know a lot of people are probably going like, well, dude, you just said you didn't want to go to your high school reunion if you were socializing with everybody.
Yeah.
Let me correct by saying this. The people who were putting on the event and who were all going are not the people I socialized with. No offense to them.
Yeah. All the people we socialized with are not exactly high school reunion kind of people.
Yeah.
You know.
And while it'd be nice to go back home and see all of my friends back there that I know are still there,
Yeah.
I love y'all, but no, I'm not doing that for a high school reunion.
No.
From this standpoint here, I mean, I don't think, okay, so I don't think, I'm going to say this, not the asshole. Reason I say not the asshole is you have very genuine concerns.
Yeah.
You have very genuine concerns. However, if your wife is excited about it, I mean, I would talk to her.
Oh, God damn it. No. Fuck.
You need to have.
I quit.
Communication.
With your wife. Yes. You need to have communication with your wife. You need to explain to her where your problems are with this. Like your problems are with.
I'm going to slit your throat one day.
Oh.
Got to stay strapped. You know.
It's had nothing. You need to have communication.
Yeah.
You need to explain to her what your problems are. Let her understand, especially if you're in a good, healthy relationship, your partner will at least hear you out. And then you should hear them out on why they want to go. I mean, truth be told, like, this is one of those times where I think the revenge is like in that 10% good, because like, I wouldn't wave my financial success around like that.
Yeah.
Like let your money be silent. That's one thing I've always said is like,
oh yeah,
I'll let people think I'm broke all fucking day long. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll let my financial success, be silent.
Yeah.
But your relationship success, like, go show off your love. Yeah. Flaunt your love.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I get that, but you can just do it on Facebook like everybody else. You know, like I don't want to pay to fly back home and then potentially pay a fucking ticket apparently to go to a high school reunion just to be like, fuck you guys. You know, so.
That's fair. I will also say, as someone who does not use Facebook as much as I used to.
Yeah. Oh, I don't use Facebook.
Yeah.
Like,
I personally wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I think the only things I've actually posted on Facebook this year are probably like, hey, we're having a kid.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like,
yeah.
But it also depends on how far this is, like how much the travel expense is going to be and things like that. Like I get all that.
Yeah.
It's really just, okay, it boils down to how much do you want to spend for the revenge?
Yeah.
I think that if you want to flaunt your love, I think that's a great reason to do it. Sure. I still don't think you're the asshole though.
Yeah. I don't think there's an asshole in this situation. I think it's more just, you need to have healthy talks with your fucking partner. I'm not saying a goddamn word. And, and just come to a consensus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
By doing what?
By
having.
Not saying it. I'm not fucking doing it. Not doing it.
Yeah, not the asshole.
No, not the asshole.
And everyone else said,
not the asshole.
Yeah. Which there's.
I don't really think, because it sounds like there's just healthy communication there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I said it. Haha, fuck you.
Oh.
I flipped it. But I got it out fast enough to where you didn't get to do the bit.
I'm burning it down.
I'm playing mind games now.
Anyways, let's see what everyone else said. Not an asshole. She wants to go. You don't. You aren't stopping her from going, and she isn't forcing you to go. Might be nice if you went just to humor her, but you don't really have to go. Yes. No, kind of, sort of. There's a clear example of the difference between can and should, and how the internet, specifically the subreddit, has a different set of values than the real world. You're not stopping her, no, and she's not forcing you to go, but at the same time, like, this is where you really do need to like actually sit and discuss, what each of you want out of this,
Yeah.
Just a thought. Not the asshole. How long ago is recently? If it's just a couple of years, then she hasn't really had time to think about think about it that much. It sounds like it could be an impulsive decision. Once you start figuring out transportation, lodging, and what to do with the kids and whatever other expenses there might be, she may rethink whether or not it's worth it. Personally, I'm on your side. Anyone worth talking to from high school, I still talk to them. As for everyone else, I'm not about to go out of my way to see people that I didn't even like. Exactly.
Echoing our sentiment. They actually responded to that too, which is cool. Like there's a whole thread.
It's only a few days, so it's definitely it definitely is a bit of an impulse decision. Although she has thought about the expenses, logistics, and still wants to go, it's just to me, the amount of money spent doing all this is better spent elsewhere. Yeah, I don't understand how showing up to this reunion is revenge. You both could end up receiving a lot of hate since you probably be the minority. I'd see it more as a revenge if the classmates went to an LGBT event where they're the minority. I think that's just fear tactics, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I guess I see where she's coming from, because as adults, we could have more control over the situation. We'd be able to just show up out and proud, and if shit hits the fan, we have the option to leave while still having made an impact. I agree with that. However, think about how much money you spent to just show up for 5 minutes and then leave.
Yeah. Yeah, it's potentially a lot of money for a quick flash, and then...
Yeah. Now, again, just like I said, my finances are remain in silence. Not saying you're poor and you can't afford it, but I am going to, in that vein, I'm going to agree with you that your money could be better spent elsewhere.
Yeah.
So I think everyone understands, not the asshole here. Yeah. We can move on.
Hey, everyone. If you're enjoying the show, make sure to subscribe or follow depending on the site that you're on, and make sure to drop a like on the video. If you have any lousy ideas for the show, feel free to email them to us at thelousypodcast@gmail.com, or join the Discord by using the link in the description. Back to the show.
Next. There you go.
So when you scroll in the future, just for my benefit, can you just scroll exactly where it needs to go and not go up and down? No, don't fucking touch it right now, because then I have to go back and forth with covering the option there. So thanks, boo boo. Anyway, am I the asshole? You're not driving anymore. Am I the asshole for ruining cheating ex's chances with other guys? Oh shit.
Look at the name real quick for context.
Yes, he has an odor.
All right.
All right. Long time lurker here. Never posted though. So yeah, I met this girl, Sarah, close to 2 years ago now at the end of my last semester at uni, and we really hit it off. We started dating after casually going out for a bit, and we ended up dating all the way up until early November 2018, when I found out she had some sort of friends with benefit type bullshit with a guy we knew at uni, and I broke it off cold turkey and basically told her to go fuck herself. It still hurts like shit, since this was a fairly long-term thing, age considered, and she didn't seem that guilty to me. We do, however, have mutual friends, so we see each other sometimes, and I kept her on my social media stuff, which is how I found out she was flirting with some new guy, Tommy. Tommy's actually a nice enough dude, and since I can't say I trust Sarah one bit, I messaged him telling him about the cheating and all the bullshit she did. He didn't believe me, but we met last month at a party in which I pulled him aside and told him all about her, and by the end of it, he seemed pretty turned off on her, and he cut it off a few days later. Despite this and the fact that things seemed somewhat serious between Tommy and Sarah, she had a new guy just last weekend at another party. This guy was pretty decent, and when I caught Sarah looking my way with a shitty expression, I just lost it and told this new guy all about her. They got into an argument. How many times are you going to check? They got into an argument, him saying something about diseases and storming off.
Wait.
The room was divided. Sorry, okay, the room was divided. Some were on my side, some were obviously pissed at me, and Sarah was furious. She basically went on a huge rant about how I'm a jealous asshole who can't let things go, and all this shit about me being controlling and possessive. So I just kind of left in the middle of her lecture. She's DM'd me on a bunch of apps, basically berating me / asking me why I did that, to which I have not really responded outside of a K or a thumbs up. A couple of her friends have said similar shit and called me sexist and all that bullshit. So is she right? Am I a possessive asshole, or was I in the right? I don't know about possessive. More just like a warning to your fellow man, like, hey. But
so here's a problem I have.
okay.
If you go back and read all of that, Not once does it mention anything about an STI.
Yeah, that kind of just came out of left field. Like,
When you, okay. All right. I'm going to say this. Everybody listening, and we know, because we see the analytics, we know that a lot of our viewer base is females.
yeah.
So, ladies, I'm going to bat for y'all here. For guys, it really doesn't matter who it is. There's somehow still a stigma, right, around women specifically having any sexual partner they want.
Yeah.
Now, some people still live by the understanding, especially women, that, hey, you know what? I'm focused on one partner at a time. Some women just want to go out and have fun, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Throwing around that someone has an STI is a horrific thing to do, just because. Let's see. Let's go back here. I found out she had some sort of okay, just because she cheated on you. She cheated on you, okay, and then you decide to throw out that she had an STI. Never once did you mention she had it. Never once had it been brought up. You might not even know if she does or not. All because all because since then she has multiple partners.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if even this guy, like, if OP brought up the fact of an STI.
Basically because of diseases.
Well, it said him saying something about diseases and storming off. So, like, maybe he was implying that.
This is one of those times where I feel like context is left out.
Context. Yeah. Now that doesn't detract from the whole thing to me. But yes, I would like some additional context there for sure. You know.
Now, I am going to say this to conclude that statement. You should never do that to anyone. Women especially. Everyone can be with whoever they want to be with. It doesn't matter. However, it does not take away from how stupid and severe it is to cheat on someone who cares about you.
Yeah.
Don't do it. For that, she is an asshole.
Yep.
For you to go and it feels like context was left out here. I want to know what you said to him.
Yeah.
But I do believe you're an asshole as well.
Yeah. You could have just.
As someone who's been cheated on multiple times before in my life, there is no revenge that will help.
No. It's just all petty bullshit.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree 100%. Like, I think this is an everyone sucks. I understand you're in similar circles, but just do everything in your power to just avoid each other at this point. Like, if it's that bad, just stay away from each other, go live your own happy lives, and don't affect each other anymore. So, yeah, my vote, everyone sucks.
Everyone sucks.
Yep.
I think that I agree with you. I think both of them need to stay away from each other. I just don't like. I don't know, man. I just don't. I don't like when people do that. Like, all you're doing is hurting yourself.
That's super petty.
Because I think back. I think back especially, and I'll use this as an example. I think back to when I was cheated on a long-term relationship, and I tried to get revenge by cheating back.
Yeah,
didn't help. Nothing helps. We were still together for a year after that. Nothing helps.
Yeah.
And then I found out that she was with somebody else at the end of the relationship for a long time and never told me.
Yikes.
Like, do you know what that is? It's poison.
Yeah.
You remember I went on a fucking journey after that of self-discovery. Like, I learned so much about myself, changed. When I tell y'all, and I've said this before in previous episodes, I was an asshole.
Yeah.
From like pre-finding that out, horrible person. I was a shithead. I was I'm surprised you stayed around. But after that, I went on this journey of self-discovery and realized, like, none of that is good.
Yeah.
Me cheating was horrible. Didn't help anything. Me trying to get revenge on her, horrible. Doesn't help at all. I went and I think I lost like 100 pounds. I changed my entire lifestyle. I got my love for music back. All of that came back to me. And at the end of it, I remember this was like 4 years later, she and I, like, she hits me and she goes, "Hey, you want to get dinner? Like, I'd like to talk to you." And I'm like, "No." And my brain said no. My mouth said sure. We went and got dinner. And when she saw how much I had changed, it was like this world of difference. This wave almost, where we sat and talked for probably a solid like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Got the closure I needed out, because when she finally like admitted to being with that dude at the end of, like, for a few months at the end of our relationship, I was like, "Oh, that's all I needed to hear. All right, cool." But the thing is, like, my life didn't change because of it. Because of that conversation, it just helped me confirm that, hey, you know what? You made the right change by working on yourself.
Yeah.
Like, going out of your way to actively ruin someone's social life, let alone life in general, because they cheated on you, it's never going to be a good thing.
Yep.
So everyone sucks.
Everybody else agrees.
Yep.
Everyone sucks.
Let's go down here. Everyone sucks here. She's obviously an asshole for cheating on you, but you need to move on because it's petty for as fuck for sabotaging her multiple. Easy. Everyone sucks here. Jeebus, you've reached next level asshole here. Yes, she cheated on you, which makes her an asshole as well, but you deliberately went out of your way to ruin her current relationship. I wouldn't necessarily call it current relationship. I mean, maybe if she's one of those who's like, "Oh, you're cute. Oh, we're together now." Like, you know, because some people out there like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, a little bit of a stretch at the end, but yes, you're correct. Let's do one more. You're the asshole. Oh.
Well, then
Hold up. We got two here. You're the asshole, so we have an asshole one. It is not your responsibility to inform others of her misbehavior. You're killing any chance she has to grow. You're possibly getting in the way of working relationships. Let it go, man. Though she does suck for cheating on you, doesn't mean she'll act the same with others.
Yeah.
Kind of shitty.
I think that's just a roundabout way of saying everyone sucks here.
Yeah. And then not the asshole. Cheaters deserve their punishment. God damn. Not the asshole. I would be appreciative if I found out the person I was dating had a history of open relationship. This one's a
little bit of drama.
got some you're the assholes here. Not the asshole. And I'm seeing the theme here. Cheaters. Not the asshole. Cheaters deserve like. Ooh. All right. I think this isn't necessarily open close.
Definitely not. But let us know what you think, because this one, I mean, everyone sucks is definitely a good roundabout answer, but I mean, they're the people that say cheaters deserve this.
Let us know in the comments.
Let us know.
Yeah. Last up. All right.
This one's good.
So I just want y'all to understand, when I saw the title of this one, I immediately was just like, yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm not saying that I would ever do this, but I've been in a position where someone I was dating, which you remember, her visa breached and she had to go back very quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna see how this goes.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the asshole for reporting ex's visa breach? Yikes. This one is bothering me because I feel like I didn't do it because it's something that bothers me, but for personal. Okay, hang on. This one is bothering me because I feel I didn't do it because it's something that bothers me, but for personal reasons.
Bothers me, but it doesn't bother me, but it bothers me.
But my ex has worked illegally for cash the entirety of her visa. After we split, I tried putting it behind me. For unavoidable reasons, we had to keep interacting. This was fine until she came into my work with her new partner and basically shoved it down my throat. I had adjusted my work to avoid her, but all her extra work made it impossible. To keep my sanity and to escape, I've changed jobs entirely now, as I did. But as I did it, I reported her for a visa breach. She started getting investigated now, and I feel like I've ruined someone's life over my hurt feelings. There is no way she won't be deported. Am I the asshole? TLDR, reported ex's visa breach after getting harassed at work by her and her new partner. Edit, didn't know what I'd be the asshole was a thing, but not going to change anything now. I still feel like an asshole for considering it. There's a lot more to it that's not worth mentioning. My purpose was served.
Yikes.
Okay, so If you hadn't have said that last line, I'd have gone with everyone sucks.
Okay.
But now I gotta say asshole. And here's why.
Okay.
My purpose was served.
Judgment has been
Served. All right, Batman. What the fuck? Like,
I will be I am the knight. I will find every illegal immigrant and send them back.
what is your you changed your work hours? Did you go from the bright day to the dark night? Like, what the fuck is this? I get your ex flaunting.
Yeah.
Might piss you off a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't have to go through that. The girl I dated, she was a sweetheart. It just happened that her visa expired and she had to go back.
Yeah.
What do you think here?
That is petty for sure. Like it's exactly what he said. She started getting investigated now, and I feel like I've ruined someone's life over my hurt feelings. Move on, brother. You don't need to necessarily ruin somebody's life. Now I understand technically it's an illegal thing, but let her potentially face the consequences of that by her own actions and not by somebody reporting it. So yeah, I'm just gonna say asshole. Like, yeah, she's a bit of an asshole too. So like, I would lean on everyone sucks maybe, but for like bringing the new partner in and flaunting it, but to straight up report her and potentially get her deported.
Okay, actually, no. I'm strongly going asshole.
Yeah.
You made mention of it, but it's this line right here. Basically shoved it down my throat.
Yeah.
Anytime that someone uses the term basically, it didn't happen.
It's like saying but.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything beforehand is bullshit.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda, It kinda happened. No, it didn't. No. What happened was
you perceived it that way.
Yeah, she had her new boo, and you got upset because her new boo was in the vicinity of you.
Yep.
She didn't come over to you and be like, "Oh, hey, look at who I'm dating now. Look, he's so much stronger. Look at the muscles." No, you took it that way, dude. It's like one of those moments we all have it as humans, where when you have you start thinking about something, and then your brain will play an entire fucking cinematic scene where you have no idea where it's going, but it somehow ends in like a fucking firefight.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. As you probably saw them walk in, and your brain was like, no.
Whole ass Christopher Nolan movie just played in your head. Yeah.
You're an asshole, dude.
Yeah, that's a major asshole moment.
Because here's the thing. Even the situation here isn't even about the visa.
Mm-mm.
The situation is about you being a dickhead to someone who probably didn't even deserve it. My ex has worked illegally for cash the entirety of her visa. Pointless here to put in here.
Yeah.
You're trying to justify.
The only reason they put it in there is that the whole point of the revenge was by reporting the visa. So that's the only context provided there. But I mean,
so why'd you split? That's a question I have now. Why'd you split?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that you still have so much animosity towards her? Did you split on good terms? Whose decision was it to split?
Yeah.
There's so much going on here that doesn't have enough context. There's a lot of noise, not a lot of clarity.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And all you did, especially that last line, dude, my purpose was served.
That's a grade A narcissist.
God's
comment.
hand of judgment. Yeah, you're an asshole, dude.
And everybody agrees, asshole.
Asshole. They even deleted their account, so
yeah. They're like, I'm getting off of Reddit forever.
Yeah, you're the asshole. Holy shit, dude, ruining someone's life and jeopardizing their future over seeing them with a new partner is so fucking shitty. Yeah, especially because if I'm not mistaken, especially if it's like a working visa and they're from they're from let's say a country that might not be the greatest economically. They may be coming here trying to get a better opportunity at life than what their country was providing them. Mm-hmm. That does happen.
Yeah.
You just fucking threw that to the wind.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't about their partner. They may be going back to a fucking war zone for all you know. We don't have the context, but that's a legitimate thing.
Yeah.
You're the asshole. She started getting investigated now, and I feel like I've ruined someone's life over my hurt feelings. There is no way she won't be deported, because that's exactly what you did.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're the asshole. You were evil and a pathetic, jealous individual. Facts. Oh my God. You're the asshole because you only did it to get revenge. Well, yeah. That's kind of the point. You're the asshole. How would this even be a legitimate question? You got dumped by someone and they got with another guy, so you ruined her entire life. That feels like an appropriate response to you. Yeah. Now this is open close.
Yeah. I think
We're done.
that's nuts, dude. Like,
Yep. Again, 90 bad,
Yep.
10 good.
10 good. Yeah.
And we've gotten a fair amount of both.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Somehow, surprisingly, I don't know how that worked, but
Yeah. I think you can always find the 10% good in all the petty bullshit
mm-hmm.
if
Now-
you look hard enough, but
Now I am going to say this. We have to do a second episode of this.
yeah.
And here's
it's
why
really
is-
fun.
Everyone who's still watching, thank you. But this is where we have to admit, we went a little easy on this one because we saw
You want to do some of the other ones?
we saw some of the other ones.
Yeah.
So here's the question for everyone who's still here. Put in the comments. You can answer by saying Joe yes or Sam no. And the reason being is because at the beginning of this episode, I was down, he was not.
No. Mm-mm.
So you can say Joe yes or Sam no. Do you want us to hit the real dirty ones, the juicy ones, the meat of this plate?
Potential trigger warning on those, by the way.
Yeah, there are some out there. So
they can be bad. Like
yeah. Let us know what you think. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
We'll definitely probably do a second one regardless.
we're gonna do a second one. Yeah, because this is fun, and I think it's gonna
This might turn to a saga.
Yeah, but if we need to do like the After Dark version of that, then then let us know, and we'll try to appropriately tag it so you know what's coming.
Yeah.
So,
But also, it's time.
It's time for you to hit that button in the corner.
Yeah, subscribe.
Yep.
And then click the video behind me because the YouTube thinks you'll like it.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.